that MrBeast has filed to launch his own bank. Now, I don't know MrBeast. I have never interacted with him. I did ask a question one time, and that was, when you give people money, do you provide them with a financial advisor or a financial planner? And my comment was moderated. I don't know why. I wasn't doing a gotcha moment. But here's my thing, okay? Here's my thing. I am the dad or like the responsible guy, right? Like, I like to think about these things. And I really wonder what happens because we never really follow up. Here's what I'm talking about. When you give someone money, okay? When you give someone a lot of money and they've never had money before, they don't know how to handle it. If you think I'm wrong, 1/2 of lotto winners go bankrupt or die. When you give young people a lot of money, whether it's a sports contract, was it 2/3, was it? I think it was 2/3. 2/3 of NFL and NBA players go bankrupt within 5 years of leaving the league. Why is that? Because these aren't people that have experience with money. They don't know what to do with it. They take advice from people that seem genuine, not thinking that those people are after them, and they don't spend it correctly or invest it correctly. Because that's not something that they have ingrained in them, right? It's the same people that I talk about with the FIRE movement, the financial independence, retire early. Everyone's in this rush to retire early and save and sacrifice everything, and they get there and they're not prepared for it. And then it ends up being a disaster for a lot of them. Or sad, or they die young. I see this all the time. And so I asked MrBeast, when I didn't ask him directly like I fucking texted him, but I was in his thing, and I asked him, I said, do you set people up that you give money, a large sum of money with financial planning afterwards? Or do you follow up with them? I know it's not your responsibility, but I just asked if you do. I'm not saying you have nothing to do with finance. You're not a financial advisor. You're not promising anything, but I'm just curious, do you do that? And here's the reason why. Anybody in here remember, what was it? What was the name of that show that gave away houses? Extreme Makeover. Okay, that's just one example. Have y'all ever noticed they never ever did a where are they now? How are they doing now? Because let me tell you something. This is why. If you give a family who lives on $35,000 a year and lives in a dilapidated house, and you give them a 6-bedroom home, it makes for great fucking TV. Holy shit, does it make for great TV. What they don't tell you is the cost of owning that home. See, you went from having a dilapidated home or renting or having this, and all of a sudden you have to pay tax, insurance, maintenance, HOA, a lot more in electric and cable, sewage. These people don't keep their fucking homes. It's why I'm so big on telling people, be careful before you buy a home. Everybody in the world tells you to buy instead of rent because everyone's making money off you. Now, don't long-term rent, but there's times when renting is better than buying because you don't understand the cost of owning a home until you own one, and then it's too fucking late because nobody's going to tell you because everybody wants to make money off you. These people lost their fucking homes, or they became so house poor it didn't matter. It's insane. My insurance on this house went up 50% this year between all the companies moving out and then putting us in a flood zone. Our roof needs to be replaced soon. Every 20 years in Florida, generally, you can need a roof replacement. That's it used to be 10,000. It's up to 20,000 now. HOA has gone up. It's not cheap. So we see this and we're like, wow, they gave this family a great home. 6 months later, they're worse off than they were before, but nobody gives a shit because we gave them a nice home and they should be thankful for it. Well, they should have just sold the home. And do what? You know what I mean? Like, and then do what? Use it to buy another home? That's not the point of the show. The point of the show was to tell these people they've got a dream home and tell them they can somehow survive in it, and by then it's too fucking late. And so that's why I asked, I was trying to reach out to MrBeast and say, hey, do you set them up with financial planners once they get this money, or do you follow up with them? I know you're a busy guy and you have this, but do you have a team for that, or you just give them money and say good luck? Do you pay the taxes for them? Do you tell them they have to pay taxes? If not, I was really curious about all this, but I didn't get any response. So I was just like, all right, whatever. He does his thing. It's not my wheelhouse. It's not my responsibility. It's not my place to critique that. But he just stepped into the fucking Thunderdome. MrBeast, you stepped into my world. You're a content creator and you're getting into finance. You got yourself a fucking watchdog. You got yourself somebody who is going to watch you nonstop. I have nothing against you, but you voluntarily stepped into my fucking world. He has filed a trademark for MrBeast Financial. Okay, bro, calm down. No, this is content creator stuff. I love this. This is going to give me content. I'm not fucking like making it my life mission, but dude, this is something that I'm going to keep up with. MrBeast Financial. And according to the trademark, it is MrBeast. Now, you might say to yourself, Stocky, you ain't special. I get it. Why do you think it's your job? You're putting your name on a financial institution. You were going to be lending out money, and you're utilizing your name to do it, and you voluntarily did it. So you are now here. I opened myself up for criticism. You saw a guy in here earlier give me criticism. I opened myself up for that. I want to be out here. I want to do something in the public view. Guess what? That's part that comes with the territory. The trademark is for, quote, I'm just going to say it, downloadable software in the nature of a mobile application for banking services, short-term cash advances, providing crypto exchange services, investment banking services, investment management services, financial advisory, financial planning, financial wellness. But that's not all. Online banking services are listed as cash advance services, financial services, microfinance lending services, investment advisory services, banking services, issuing credit cards, issuing credit and debit cards, electronic card transaction processing, electronic debit card transaction processing, cryptocurrency payment processing, financial exchange of cryptocurrency via decentralized exchanges, financial exchange of cryptocurrency, investment banking services, information in the field of financial services, providing information for consumer finance, banking, small business finance, and as well. The trademark is owned by Beast Holdings, LLC. And if you wonder why I am bringing this up, it is not just because he is voluntarily entering a arena that I'm very, very adamant about making sure people are aware of the dangers and the risks. But here's the thing. He's about to fuck up, potentially, because he's only putting this name attached to it. He doesn't know anything about any of this to an extent, and he ain't got time to deal with it. So he is going to have underwriters and partners from probably major institutions and hedge funds, whatever, that are going to be doing all this. And what does that mean? It means that he doesn't have a hands on it. He doesn't have an involvement of this. So if something goes wrong, it all falls on him. They skate away with it. There's no real recourse. And you're basically targeting younger people who are the most uneducated. So yes, when you say, why do I care so much? This is my world. And he might say something or do something that has nothing to do with this that comes back to it as well. So I actually hope that this works out well. I'm not looking for this to be a downfall because I don't want to see regular people get hurt. But I just know this industry. And this is the type of thing where there is a very high likelihood that something goes wrong. I don't know why he wants to attach his name to something with this much risk. They must be paying him a lot of money because finance is the biggest way to make money out there. But this is insane. Who in his friends group or his advisement team told him this was a good idea? I'd love to deal with it. Honestly, I would love, and this would never happen, but I would love to have him come on and tell me the thought process behind this and why this is a good idea. Because if you're going to be, especially when you come onto Twitch and do stuff like that, and if you're going to come into my space and promote this, or you're going to then you're going to get heavy criticism from me, or at least heavy critique from me. I don't understand why you want to get into this thing. I mean, I understand why, because there's probably a monetary thing, but I don't understand why this was a good idea. I just know that there's just too much going on here, and it's wild. Now, don't get me wrong. SoFi is a fintech company that's doing something similar. It's Stocky. You're only saying this because you want people to not leave SoFi and go here because you're invested in SoFi. No, SoFi isn't a YouTuber who is attaching their name to this massive online financial operation. And this is a crossover of two worlds that I'm involved in. And I'm not trying to protect everybody out there, but I want people to be educated and informed. And this feels like the type of thing where they're not going to, not that financial services do that, but they're not going to make a priority of educating people before they sign up or they get it. It's, hey, it's MrBeast. I'm about to put 500 kids in a room with an investment banker and see which one loses his fortune first. We might lose one or two because it's investment bankers like to visit islands, but hey, I don't know. Like this, this brought to you by MrBeast Financial. Are you tired of your parents taking your allowance money? Well, you don't need them anymore. We'll give you a card with a $3,000 advance payment. You can go out and buy Feastables and MrBeast Burger. And guess what? You can donate to your favorite Twitch streamer, which should be MrBeast. Well, he'll be on next. I felt like a 90s fucking thing. Like, I don't know how you would... What is your target audience? MrBeast's audience is younger people. That's their target audience. And those people are the most ripe for getting scammed and set up for something and fuck up their future. An 18-year-old credit card is one of the most dangerous fucking financial ticking time bombs out there. Not because they're 18, but because they set themselves up for life, and if they don't learn early, they do it the rest of their life, and they can make bad financial decisions. I think that the idea is to try to mature his brand with his audience, but I think it's going to work out. I don't think it's going to work out because his content is too brain rot. Then why put your name on it? Why not just start fucking doing videos with financial people or talking about, like, my question, do you set people up financially? Like, do you set people up with financial advisors or planners after they win all this money? Like, his brand is not that. I'm not against the guy. I've never watched a MrBeast video, so I don't understand like that, but I understand the concept. And I'm not, dogging him in any way. But the way that he rolled out Feastables and the lunch things and whatever, it felt very like, money grab. Like, there wasn't a lot of plan. It's just, hey, I've got a hot brand right now, slap it on something and make money. There was no, like, groundwork done. There was no, like, infrastructure. There was no, like, whatever. It's just slap my name on it while I'm hot and make money. I would love to find either him or somebody from his team who could come on and be like, no, this is what we're trying to do. Otherwise, that's what's in my mind. And I think most people will. And sure, you're going to get a lot of young people signed up for these things. Do other billionaires do similar things, like start investment firms? Yeah. Putting money and building businesses, there's nothing wrong with that. I'm not against people doing this. But but those people have financial backgrounds. He doesn't have that. So he's not actually doing this. He's just slapping his name on this and making money off of it. Do you think he's going to stop spending all his time creating content to run this business? No, that's where my criticism is. It's not MrBeast starting a financial service. It's the MrBeast and his brand throwing that name on something that he's not going to have much involvement with. That's my problem. It's not, if this was MrBeast is quitting YouTube to start financial services to help younger people learn about money. Honestly, they should fucking hire me. No, but seriously, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, if I really thought that this was MrBeast doing something, I'd be like, all right, let's see how it plays out. But I know he's not going to be dealing with this. And he doesn't have years of financial knowledge and expertise to really know the meat and potatoes of this. This is 100% somebody saying, we're going to build this business, lend us your name, and we'll give you a portion of equity or assets under management or something. Imagine financing a car with Beast Financial. My criticism isn't MrBeast getting into the finance world. It's, I know that this is not him doing it. He's not building this company. Somebody on the board of his business or his advisors or his friend was like, hey, dude, these guys want to build this business and they need younger people, and they're not doing it. They're not getting any younger people. They want to get younger audiences because the most valuable, people to financial institutions are younger people because they stick with them for life. How do we do that? Let's get a name. What's a name that young kids know? MrBeast. All right, fuck it. Let's offer them. So they talk to somebody in their team, say, hey, listen, we're going to do this. We're going to do this. We're going to build this financial service thing, and we want you a part of it. We need your brand. How much for your brand? Boom. All right, let's do it. Let's launch MrBeast Financial. You see what I mean? That's how these things play out. Why do you think he's doing it? Just to make money, to get free capital to finance his projects? It doesn't matter why. He could have a good reason or a nefarious reason for doing this. Regardless, it's dangerous. And that's why I'd like, hey, are you going to have day-to-day operations of this? And if you are you going to keep tabs on it and make sure that there's nothing, no scans or no people getting screwed over and no, like, insane stuff? Yes. And then how would you know if it was happening? You're going to trust some board of advisors to come and tell you, give you an update every month and tell you everything's fine? Like, how do you do that? Like, what is the process here? I almost want somebody to explain how this isn't just a money grab. And if it was just a money grab, like the Beastables or whatever, or Feastables or whatever, I wouldn't care. But when it comes into younger people and their finance, that's what I feel like I have to be critical or critiquing or watching this, because if not, I wouldn't be doing my job. Honestly, I'm surprised you haven't ventured out into any financial groups or started one yourself. I don't want to be in charge of other people's money. Plus, when you're live, you can't do these things. You can't hide shit when you're live. You can't do that. That's the whole thing about being live. Everyone can see everything at all time, and they watch you every single day for hours on end. You can't hide shit. You will lose your... You could be a YouTuber who gets a controversy and have a dip in views, but people come back because there's no opportunity for you to fuck it up more. When people fuck it up and then forget about it or lean into it, it goes away. But when they get a chance to fuck it up, like there's people on this platform right now who got caught doing stuff live and kept fucking up, and they lost everything. Because you can't ignore it or just pretend it's not there when you have like edited YouTube videos that go up, right? Eventually people get tired of not getting a reaction. But when they get you and then you do something to make the situation worse over and over and over again, and then it causes this. That's why I don't worry when people come in and say, oh, you're a LARPer or a scammer or you're fake or this or whatever. I don't care what you say, because you've never watched my stream. If you had, you would know that either A, that's not true, or B, you're not. You're wrong. You know what I mean? Like I've done everything. Unfortunately, I'm a little bit too transparent about everything.